Before we get into this morning's update, we needed to go over a few things to expect on the update. As you can see, the futures is up 41 points. S&P is up 2.75, so the Dow's up 41. Nasdaq's up 7.5, and Russell 2000 is down 2 points. So kind of flat this morning for the stock market. We've got XRP sitting around 0.3948, and we've also got Bitcoin under 21,700. So what we need to do is look to see where the next drop would be, or what would have to happen for us to start pushing up farther, because right now we're stuck in a very bearish moment here for Bitcoin. The total crypto market cap is sitting around 961 billion, and we also have the DXY sitting at about 105.38. So we're going to take a look at all those charts. I'm going to try to do it in a quick, free-flowing style so that I can get this update out to you in about 10 minutes. But we need to go over these very critical levels, especially on the stocks. I mean, on the charts for our favorite tokens here. We're going to focus on the DXY. We're going to focus on the total crypto market cap, Bitcoin, and XRP, and try to get a little structure set here for what's going on this Thursday morning. As we have one more day in the trading week after today, we need to start finding out what's going to happen going into the weekend. As you can see, gold's up about $10, silver's up about 6 cents, so still continues to be under pressure, but it looks like we might have a little bit of a push up here this morning, so we just need to pay attention to all markets. Make sure to hit that like button, as it greatly pushes me through the analytics, and we can get more and more people in here quicker and quicker into the beginning of the updates, and then more and more people can share this far and wide and join the other 15,600 plus subscribers of the channel. Make sure to hit that like button as I play this intro.
Inflation has been moderating in recent months. The process of getting inflation back down to 2% has a long way to go and is likely to be bumpy. As I mentioned, the latest economic data have come in stronger than expected, which suggests that the ultimate level of interest rates is likely to be higher than previously anticipated.
Mr. Chair, when you last testified, I asked you about the risk posed by crypto assets, stablecoin, the Fed, and other regulated possibilities. How's the Fed evaluating the risks of crypto-related activities by your supervised institutions?
So this is something we've been quite active in this area, and I'll say that we believe that innovation is very important over time to the economy. We don't want to stifle innovation. We don't want regulation to stifle innovation in a way that just favors incumbents and that kind of thing. But like everyone else,
it's news to me. It seems that his crypto regulations is driving a lot of crypto innovation overseas, which is not what we want, old Jerome.
We're watching what's been happening in the crypto space, and what we see is quite a lot of turmoil. We see fraud, we see a lack of transparency, we see run risk, lots and lots of things like that. And so what we've been doing is making sure that the regulated financial institutions that we supervise and regulate are careful, are taking great care in the ways that they engage with the with the whole crypto space, and that they give us prior notice. And we've issued, along with the FDIC and the OCC, a number of issuances of notices to that effect.
Guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. It's a damn shame. Good morning. 9:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, March 9th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I wanted to share those two things that Jerome Powell shared yesterday at his meeting, or at his grilling, I should say. Just a couple things. You can look at the things that went on yesterday and how Jerome Powell had over a 2-hour back and forth questions and yada 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 from Congress and whatnot. So, but that was just some of the important things that I took out of it. Right now we have the S&P trying to make a move up here, up over 4,000. DXY is making a move down here, a bid to the downside, down 0.35% today, or 36.5 cents. And right now we're going to try to hold, and we talked about this yesterday, so we're not surprised we're down here at 105.30. It was a likely area of reconsolidation. If you can hold this and break back up, then you can push to that 106.30. But if you lose this, your next area to try to hold is 104.84 roughly. and that's not out of the question. So we need to watch that. Total crypto market cap, we're sitting at 962.4 billion. And we're kind of stuck in a zone right now. We've had kind of this falling, fuck, that's a bear flag that continues to fall. We're trying to get some kind of pressure here, but we just had no greater pushback up. So right now it still looks like we're going to trend down to the 940 billion. It really does to me, unless we can somehow break up, push this 990 billion, roughly 987 as we come farther down and get out of this area. This looks like we have further hopes to 940 billion, but we will never know. We won't know until the pattern plays out because there's a lot of market manipulation. You can see this morning some cryptos are having a little bit of a bid here. Bitcoin's at 21,716, so that is still having a tremendously bad day. We got rejected up at the uptrending resistance, and now we're working our way down to our next level is 20,965, but we still have to validate this as resistance. We haven't got a rejection at 21,965, so we're going to see if we're trying to come for a rejection there, if we have some broader support here. And we would know if we have broader support if we get back over that uptrending resistance at about 22,140 area. So that's what I'd be looking out for Bitcoin. There's no reason to really look past here and stress because we need to break through this area before anything can actually happen. We're up 1.54% on XRP at 0.3951. Even though we did have a big drop yesterday right before the close, we have been using this downtrending resistance line as a breakout, which is that falling channel resistance. So as long as you're on the top side of that, we can always have the possibility of moving the 4320. It's when you break back below that is when you start to have to come back to this uptrend at about 348. If we take this out into a little bit bigger picture for XRP, we can clearly see that the most important line we're dealing with right now, and we talked about this yesterday at the 393 level, we need to get over 393 and hold it to try to push up to the top of this formation. And the top of this formation is all the way up here at about 44 cents, we'll say. And this is a much larger pattern. As we know, that's a 2020 trend line. Down here, this uptrending support, this goes only back to about January of this year. And then if we break that, this goes back much farther. But that downtrending resistance is the top of a formation around 44 cents. So the question is are we breaking past the 393? Are we going to hold it to push back up towards 44 cents? Or are we going to break down here and ultimately push towards this uptrending support around 34 cents, which started in 2020? And then if you were to lose that, you got the 2017 uptrend at 18.8. And then if you were to lose that, you got the 2013 uptrend to get to about 0.1590. So it's basically which area do we think is going to hold? This morning, though, looking at the macro is great, but we need to look at the micro because right now XRP is in a lot of trouble. We are over some key levels of support here. So as we've seen on the 3.8 level that we held, and now we've got the 365 as well underneath 388 that you can see that we bounced off of. And now we could be trending up to this 455, 456 area. All these charts can fluently work together. And you can see if you pull this and you overextend out, this is where we got our layer of support here as well. So if I'm watching this morning, my advice to you, XRP sub 40 cents, you find your spots to continue to build in. And everybody's like, well, why is it so important to you sub 40 cents? What does it matter if it's 60 or 50? Because I'm not buying XRP over 40 cents. I sold at $1.66 to buy all under 40 cents. And I've been doing that. I'm hoping for sub 20 cents as it looks like that's where we're going to end up in the grand pattern. But nobody really can tell for sure. With high times of inflation, I'm setting myself up through not only crypto, but precious metals as well. So my gold and silver is my store of value, especially silver when the ratio is up. And this morning it is at 90.374 to 1, which means you get 90 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. And my plan and my play has always been if it's over 80 to 1, you buy silver. When it gets under 40 to 1, you flip it for gold. And yada, yada, yada. So now when we look at crypto, XRP is very volatile. Crypto is very volatile. And right now for XRP, you really need a break above. If you think that this is going to become and stay bullish, we need to hold first this 388. And then as we've seen with the grand pattern, this tells it all. We need to maintain and hold this downtrending resistance. If you're over the 388, that's the first step. But then you need to hold the 393 level to confirm this break up. And then you might be able to break out to this roughly 438 level, almost 44 cents. So that's what I'm seeing this morning. Make sure to hit that like button as it greatly does help push me through the analytics. Make sure you share this on social media so we can get more people in here. And if you've gotten anything out of this update, hit that subscribe button and join the more than 15,600 subscribers of the channel already. And then if you want to trade like I do, I have MEXC, no VPN required, and or UPHOLD with no VPN in the USA to buy XRP. It's just UPHOLD has spot fees on the buy and sell. MEXC does not have any buy or sell or any spot fees on the buy and sell. I also have BITGET as an option as well, but if you're a new user in the USA, you may need to use a VPN, and I don't encourage that. So make sure you use the other options I give. Hashtag the FUD stops here. Hashtag be better, do better. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point on this journey alone? And remember, all the information I gave you before is in the video description below and or the pinned comment below.